I'm alive. I'm alive. Right. Right. Is it good to one trick a weapon? Depending on how strong the weapon is at being able to play a lot of roles, such as flanking, distracting, strong mobility, and then we got painting and supporting team. So I love, yeah. And we're contesting the area with humongous good range, and then contest slaying, choppy chop chop chop, and then we got playing objective using good kits such as a booski and then more booski. Right, and this will decide if the weapon can be played on all maps. So weapons that can be used to one trick are NZAP and CDS, as they are the most adaptable and flexible in the game, being able to play any role, well, no matter what map or mode. They can just do anything, whatever they want, you know. But then right, so burpee, and then right, so I split these weapons up because they play roles better. So K-Pro, Naught, Machine, Foil Squeezer and Bamboo are strong mid long range weapons that have the best slaying power. So these are weapons that are used only for slaying and have good kits which can be used on any map or mode. It's just that you need someone to play like NZAP or CDS, as they can play more of a support role, but they can do anything. And then, right, we got, what are the bad examples of one tricking? So, weapons that are short ranged and like to flank a lot. And like to shark a lot, will need to play other weapons because they will be weapons and specials that can counter it, such as Nautilus, CDS, armor, and missiles, as they just have so much fire rate power, killing power. They just have so much range, mobility, the weapons, and then the armor missiles. You could be like, pow, I'm invincible, and you can't get away from it. And then missiles, they'd be like, haha, bitch, found ya in that corner, sharking there, and they can't get away from it most of the time. So, and we got backline weapons, because the slow mobility makes it hard to cooperate with the team and isn't very strong on most modes, only on zones, since it's the most stationary mode. Recording, bitch. Right. Yeah. Stationary. It's not able to cope with playing with other weapons as well. It just needs a lot of setup, which isn't really worth it in my opinion. Anyway, right. Benefits of niche weapons. Some maps favour short range weapons, and backline weapons will be less able to cope with the speed of the game. So zoomy zoom zoom, just like I said. Niche weapons are stronger on maps and modes specifically for them, such as Carbon Roller on Black Belly, because the kit gives it mobility, really good mobility to move around the map, and the weapon is just strong at contesting most of the map. You could say Tri could as well, but Carbon's very likely to beat them more because they just got such great slaying power compared to them. That's it mostly. And then there are many weapons. I'm watching a recording, little bitch. Many weapons in the game. Some weapons may be a strong counter to some weapons that are meta when using an underrated or niche weapon. Examples such as rollers are good against short range weapons that like to move around, just hold forward, go pow, and then and push up quickly. But they want to do that because they want to get to the strongholds quickly, and it's just going to be harder for us to push in. But you can punish them for just sharking in the corner, and they won't be able to react to that most of the time. Or they just won't be able to get away from it. There's just so many ways you can just pick someone off just from sharking. And then, counters against meta weapons can also be done by playing weapons with a lot of range thickness, such as backline weapons that can do devastating damage, such as chargers when they hit their shots, or like hydras. They're just really good against Nautilus with this ridiculous range. And we got short range weapons can be good to use against meta weapons, as they are strong at like spamming bombs and specials. They have they have really good mobility and can get away with it sometimes. So the only thing that's stopping them is just the maps. Some of the maps really, where like Albacore, if you play an Albacore and use a short range weapon, most of the time the long range weapons will just know where you're going, and you just don't have much room to like do anything. They will find you and they will kill you. So, you know. You're recording still. Right. Benefits of playing more than one weapon. So, if a certain weapon doesn't do the role as well as other weapons, but is super good for a certain map and modes, try playing meta weapon. So, you don't have to play too many weapons. That's the reason why. It is good to play a niche weapon and a meta weapon, so you have some options changing comps. Picking weapons should also be chosen by the range, so if you have a short range weapon that's sucky and doo-doo on that map, play a weapon that is thick, long range, favours them. Done. Benefits of one tricking. Now this is big, this is huge, yeah. This is Splatoon, I think. And is the good thing about one tricking a weapon is you'll be able to play the weapon at a complete different level compared to other people who play the same weapon but don't one trick, since you'll mechanically understand the weapon better through a lot of practice and muscle memory. And also, I want to make an example. So there's like players that we could be playing it for years. So an example from competitive is Biscuit, who plays for FT Win, and he went against Kiva, who plays for Radiance. And yeah, Biscuit's been playing it for absolute ages. He's been playing it before it even got noticed. Nautilus, the weapon Nautilus, was good. And then there's Kiva that's been playing it for like, I don't know, a few weeks, few months in that match, and he just got absolutely obliterated. Like even if he was trying to play, even if he was playing a good weapon, Biscuit would just destroy him because he just knows how to play the weapon really well. And then, yeah, it's just muscle memory, such as ink consumption, the furthest distance of the weapon, the hitbox of the weapon, movement of the weapon, making great use of the kit, knowing how other players will play the weapon. That's also quite important. It's just a mirror of you, but you know what you would do to get in good spots and to get in good situations, how to like be the dominator, you know, and then knowing your strengths and weaknesses better, and that's what makes a really good player on that weapon. And then knowing the perfect time to shoot, so like timing of the shots, when they're gonna like shoot out. It's just knowing when to attack them as well, or when you have to like back up. That's like the hardest thing to understand about the weapon. It's that one tricking, or it's just the weapon in general actually. And yeah. Yes! Finally! Oh my god, you little bitch. Right, we're recording and we live. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm somewhat alive. Pardon me, sorry. Conclusion? This is sort of about everything in general, I guess. But it's sort of leaning towards competitive because people need to understand how what's good, what's bad. So in ranked, you can do whatever, I don't really care. But like those are the weapons that you sort of want to play if you want to get really good. You couldn't literally get away with anything though in ranked. And in competitive, you should try and use those kind of weapons as they are like the easiest to play. And if you want to get good at the game, you gotta stick to the meta. And if you don't, then it's just you're just making it harder for yourself. But you can make stuff work. It's all about testing. You can play not so like niche weapons, but you gotta try and you gotta discover them, and then maybe they could be a meta weapon. We've just not discovered it yet. But at this stage of the game, it's not new anymore. It's starting to be quiet, and most people know what the meta is, and it's going to stay to that meta probably near till the end because there's no patches, nothing really. Until I mean, yeah, and that's it really. I hope this helped for you guys, and yeah. Right. Until then, I will try and make some other videos. Probably don't know when though. No idea. I'll see what I can do. Until then, bye bye.